a GREENPOINT Williamsburg Public Affairs presentation. This is Neighborhoods Today. Greenpoint, from Ash Street all the way up to Greenpoint Avenue, at one time was called Irishtown. And a very popular politician, whose name was Pete McGuinness, had a boulevard named after him. So the Irish culture has been with us for a long time. It exists today, and particularly in the Irish dance. We're fortunate to have with us Ellen Finn from the Finn School of Irish Dance. Ellen, welcome to Neighborhoods Today.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Pleasure to have you. Would you tell us a little bit about the first dance we're going to see today?
Certainly. The first dance we're going to perform is a reel. Please take note of the special formations the children will be making, hopefully simultaneously.
Okay.
And the shoes that they wear while dancing this reel. It's a soft leather type shoe, similar to a ballet slipper, but called actually a gillies.
A gillies. Fine. All right, let's move now to look at the dances. Ellen, your dances are just marvelous. That is spectacular and beautiful to watch. How do you get a dancer to go ahead and come up to that level?
Well, it takes a lot of hard work on their part and my part, and several years of really working at it.
They're just beautiful. Tell me, where do you teach? Where do you teach in the area?
I'm very lucky to be able to teach in 2 locations. I teach in St. Sebastian's in Woodside, and also the County Corkmen's Association in Greenpoint.
Uh-huh. How many students do you have total?
Well, it varies. I would say about 36.
Excellent.
Or so.
Oh boy, they are marvelous. You know what we noticed is that when they came out, that the costumes were so colorful, very, very individual and very, very colorful. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Do they make them themselves, or?
Well, the children actually, with their parents and myself, we kind of work out what we'd like to have, different designs, mostly from the Book of Kells. Some were just kind of made up freehand. And all of the embroidery and designs that go on the dress are supposed to be individual. You're not really supposed to want to see 2 exactly alike in this case.
I see.
These costumes are for preliminary championships and open championship competitors. And most of the time for team competitions, we all wear a school uniform, which is a similar costume, not as elegant. And everybody looks exactly the same.
I see. They are spectacular. Very lovely. Now, tell us, what dance will we be looking at next? What's the next dance they're going to do for us?
Our next dance is one of my favorites. It's a hornpipe. You'll notice that children are wearing a hard shoe, and you'll be able to not only enjoy the music, but the beats that are simultaneously go along with the music. This is a dance that you can not only enjoy with your eyes, but you can also hear those wonderful beats.
All right, well, let's go ahead and let's listen and look at the next dance segment.
Attention travelers. Next Tuesday, a major hurricane will cause complete chaos throughout the city. Food, water, and phone service will be in short supply. There will likely be panic citywide. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
We have Mickey Carton, Irish performer and recording artist. Mickey, it's a pleasure to have you with us today.
It's nice to be with you, Dick.
It's
really,
good to be
really
here.
nice to be with you.
I know that they call you Mr. Rockaway and that you were the Grand Marshal of the St. Paddy's Day Parade down in Rockaway, and that's a great event. How big a parade is that?
Well, we have 21 bands, marching bands, bagpipes and brass bands and everything. And I guess they say it's second to the one that's on Fifth Avenue, the big parade on Fifth Avenue.
Well, then you've got...
So it's quite a big parade. It takes about an hour and a half to pass.
Uh-huh.
And we have guests from all over the city, counties and everything.
Uh-huh.
And volunteer firemen, the police departments from all, they all send their representatives.
Okay, that's wonderful. Let me ask a question. How does one become or get elected to that post as Grand Marshal for the St. Paddy's Day Parade?
Well, about 3 months before, we have a St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee that's in operation all year.
I see.
But comes before, about 3 months before St. Patrick's Day, comes the picking of the Grand Marshal. And just like the Grand Marshal on Fifth Avenue,
right,
it becomes very... But I was nominated. And I was very, very happy and had no idea I'd be nominated at all. And when the vote was in, it was unanimous, which made me very happy.
I would think so, unanimous.
Yes.
That's terrific. Going back into your career, you have appeared a number of times on the Ed Sullivan Show. How many times were you on the Ed Sullivan Show? God,
8 times altogether,
right,
with Dorothy Hayden. She was the Dorothy Hayden Show.
Dorothy Hayden Show. Yes, indeed.
And she's quite a gal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, Ed Sullivan, of course, had the greatest viewing audience in television at that time. So it was a great exposure for you.
Oh, yes.
To be on that show.
And it was called The Toast of the Town.
Correct, The Toast of the Town.
And from that, we played all the RKOs in the city, plus the ones in the outlying districts of the city, and it was very nice. It was really, really nice.
Did you play in the GREENPOINT RKO on Manhattan Avenue?
I sure did.
Is that right? Because that was a great theater place. I remember they used to have shows there, and you'd have movies, and you'd also have a stage show.
Yes. We used to get there about an hour and a half earlier, and we'd see the line waiting outside to pay their way in, and we used to say, "Gee, isn't that nice?"
To make sure we got a good crowd tonight.
Yes.
We had a good draw.
Yeah, they all wanted seats, and some were left out. It was very good.
Very good.
Great experience.
I'm sure it was. But what's interesting is that not only have you played at local theaters in Greenpoint in Queens and throughout the United States, but you also had the honor of playing at the White House for President Kennedy and his wife with Dorothy Hayden, I understand.
Yes, Dorothy was with me, and we had a little show in the White House too. We had step dances, and it was really a point in life which you never forget.
I can imagine. That's quite an honor.
He was not only that. He's such a great guy.
Is that right? Huh?
And Jacqueline was so pretty, and he was as handsome. He had a tan, and he was just and very Irish. And his song was "The Boys of Wexford."
Well, the Boys of Wexford. Well,
that was
the Kennedys came from Wexford.
That's right. They came from there, and he loved that too, and he could sing it too.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah,
wonderful. I know that there is a book out called "The Who's Who of the Irish," the Irish Who's Who.
Yes.
And your name is in there, and that's quite an honor.
Quite an honor. Yeah.
Quite an honor for an Irish musician.
Yes.
To be put in there. I think that is just terrific. You've had a marvelous career, and you must have very, very fond memories of that.
Oh, I have good memories.
Right.
And
Mick, a real pleasure to have you. Right.
Dick,
thanks so much for coming to Neighborhoods today.
Nice to see you.
It's
and
wonderful to have you, sir.
If I remember right, you sing a good song yourself because I played for you.
Oh, you're great. You're great. Thanks so much, Mick.
Thank you.
Okey-doke.
Thank you.
Crime happens, but where it happens and who becomes the victim can be influenced by you and your community. As the eyes and ears of their neighborhoods, Block Watch programs assist police by reporting suspicious activity.
I'm witnessing a theft from a vehicle.
To learn more about crime prevention in your neighborhood, contact your local police department or the Block Watch Society of BC.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm with Mr. Joe SHINICK from GREENPOINT, and we're reminiscing about entertainers in GREENPOINT, men and ladies that we knew who were singers and dancers, many of them from Irish extraction, who had entertained us before the era of television. And I'm just thinking about some dances that we had here in GREENPOINT. Joe, and I guess you remember some of them as well as I do.
The tap dances.
We had tap dances and Irish step dances.
Irish step dances. The Hart family was a big family, and all of them danced. All of the step dances had Irish backgrounds in America. Eddie Hart was one of the specialties, and they used to turn a soup plate upside down and dance. And I mean, not so many guys can do that.
Oh boy, yeah, that was a specialty act. There was a gentleman that I remember. Ward, George McVickers. Remember George?
Oh, yeah, sure. McVickers had a team.
McVickers and Ward. Okay,
yes,
that's where the connection is. McVickers and Ward.
Dance on top of a piano any place.
Oh, yeah, he was a great entertainer. And there were a number of Irish dance teachers in GREENPOINT here. We had, I know Helen Clardy was one, and there was Ann Higgins, who taught Irish step dancing.
Helen Redmond.
Helen Redmond, right,
and the Sharkey.
The Sharkey girls.
The Sharkey sisters. They were great teachers.
Great
of
dancers.
the Irish dance, yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We have a number of singers. There was a singer from GREENPOINT by the name of Charlie Slavin. Do you remember Charlie?
Oh, yeah. Sure. He hung out with my family. Yeah. He sang down in Rockaway with the McNultys.
That's right, with the McNultys down there. Do you know what he's doing now? I understand he's still in the business.
Oh,
he's still
yeah.
a professional.
Yeah, he works all the big fairs and all, introduces, warms everybody up to get them started. Works with Sinatra and all the best of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're very proud of him that he came from GREENPOINT. And, of course, I know that you're a great singer yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you if you'll go ahead and sing us a song, and I'll give you the microphone, and it's good to have you here. Thanks so much.
It's a pleasure. Have you ever heard the story of how Ireland got its name? Sure, I'll tell you now so you'll understand from whence all Ireland came. It's no wonder that we're proud of that dear land across the sea. Now this is the way my dear old granny told the tale to me. Sure, a little bit of heaven fell from out the sky one day, and it nestled in the ocean on a spot so far away. Sure, and when the angels found it, why, it looked so sweet and fair. They said, suppose we leave it, why, it looks so peaceful there. Then they sprinkled it with stardust just to make the shamrocks grow. It's the only place you'll find them, no matter where you go. And they dotted it with silver to make its legs so grand. And when they had it finished, sure they called it Ireland.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Don't make yourself a victim. Stay alert. Keep electronic devices out of sight. Call 911.
Today, we're going to explore the bagpipes. I have with me Martin O'Reilly from the New York City Transit Police Pipes and Drum. And Martin is going to be exploring the bagpipes with us, and I'm just delighted to have him with us. And Martin, thank you very much for being with Neighborhoods today.
Thank you, Dick. It's a pleasure to be here.
I'd appreciate it greatly if you'd give us a little history on the bagpipes. I was talking to John McCormick, and John tells me that the bagpipes are dated. Oh, they go back as far as the Bible. Would you give us a little history and some verification on that?
Sure. Verification will be a little difficult because it's handed down from Irish family to Irish family in a way of folklores. But there's quotes in the Bible that Caesar actually did play the bagpipes in reference to Caesar was playing his pipes. In the beginning of the instruments invention, we have to give credit where credit is due, and that's to the shepherds in the fields. Originally, the shepherds fashioned or whittled a stick and put some holes in it. And that's this part of the bagpipes right here. It's called the chanter.
The chanter.
Okay. And what they did is they whittled holes and they put a little mouthpiece on it. This particular mouthpiece is made out of wood, and it's called a reed.
I see. All right.
Okay,
so
and a reed comes out, can be replaced.
Yes.
And you put it in, and you can adjust the height. That's what all that thread is on there for. You can raise it and lower it, so that when you play with another bagpiper, you play together, harmonious.
I see. You can play a tune on this as it is right now.
I can, yes. This is what the shepherd did in the field. He put holes in the piece of wood, and he fashioned it so he can make music.
The original pipes.
And when I teach bagpipes, I teach the first things first. You have to walk before you can run. And in walking, you have to learn the scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Okay.
Any music teacher will tell you that that's all music is. It's a rearrangement or a composition of those notes. So if you'd like, I'll play the scale to start with.
That'll be fine.
Okay. That's the scale.
Oh, Martin! Wow, I didn't realize that was so loud.
It's very loud. It's
Okay.
a wooden reed, and it takes a lot of air to blow it, and that's why they attach the bag to it.
Okay.
Eventually.
Good.
I'll play a short tune.
Oh, that'll
for
be wonderful. Okay.
Irish Eyes Are Smiling.
Oh, good selection. Oh, that covers got a good range.
Yes.
Very fine range. Listen, explain to us a little bit about the rest of the bagpipes. There are so many different parts to it and so on.
Okay. The chanter fits into the bagpipes.
This is called the chanter.
This is a chanter.
All right.
And you can see it fits into an attachment. It's called a stock, which is then tied into a leather bag, which
Oh.
underneath this here
Okay.
cover.
All right.
Would you
Oh.
like to see that?
Yes, this is.
Okay. This is the leather bag.
All right. Now this is completely airtight.
It is, it is. And what the shepherd did in the beginning of time is he fashioned a stick, and then he found either a goat skin or a sheep skin. This is made out of cowhide today, so a little
Okay.
more modernized.
All right.
Okay, and he affixed a blow stick
All right.
to the bag,
Okay.
and he had the chanter, so that you would have the blow stick
That's to
blowing
fill the bag.
air into the bag,
Oh,
right?
got it.
And
Okay.
then coming out here, if you squeeze the bag, it would put enough pressure on that reed so that as I blew into it and played those tunes, you could probably see my face was turning awful red.
Oh, yeah, tremendous amount of
Easier
pressure.
to
Yeah.
blow into the bag and maintain the pressure on it, on the reed, than
Okay.
it is to blow it up yourself.
I understand. All right.
Okay?
So it's like a little reserve. Is it?
Right,
Okay.
that's exactly what it is. It's like a reservoir full of air.
Okay.
Okay, and then as time went on, they started adding what these things are. These things are called drones, okay? This is an outside tenor drone, this is a middle drone, and this is a bass drone, okay?
Okay. Outside tenor.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the
A middle tenor
middle drone
and a bass drone.
and a bass. All right.
The bagpipes vary from country to country worldwide. In Galicia, Spain, they have a blow stick, they have one large drone,
All right.
and they have a chanter. The similar parts of the bagpipe are in that they all play the same scale. I mean, as far as music being international, the instrument itself, and whether it's in Galicia, Spain, or in Iran or Pakistan, they play bagpipes. They play them in Scotland and Ireland, and they play them here in the United States. It's a well-known instrument, and it's growing more and more all the time.
Martin, would you do me a favor? Could we go ahead and hear some bagpipe music?
It'd be my pleasure.
Thank you, sir. That's it for this edition. For Neighborhoods Today, I'm Dick Mahan. Thank you for watching.